Do you still feel like you need or want to add a quarterback in the draft?
I don't think so. I think with, Drew's experience, he started games and played, and, Daniel's experience, and then what Tommy did last year, another year in the system. Tommy's come a long way. So, no, I think we could go in with the season with the three that we have, and, I'd be comfortable with that.
Where is Daniel? How is he progressing?
Daniel's doing well. He's running straight line, and he's throwing. So there haven't been any setbacks, so hopefully, he's on track for a training camp. I believe he said that the other day, and that's the plan, as long as there's, no setbacks. The board will probably be set, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, just in terms of our preparation, and step away from it this weekend to prevent the paralysis by analysis, staring at things, moving guys this much versus, other players. So a lot of work has went into this. We have enough needs that it could go either way, offense or defense. I think we're not one player away or two players. So I think, Shane coming in has been phenomenal with his communication and articulating what he's looking for in his scheme. Surprisingly, at 6, we've gotten a lot of calls from people behind us. So I didn't think it would be, I didn't think I'd have as much activity at 6 from people behind me as we've gotten. So those are options too, as we look at, if we go back, how far back do we want to go? My job is to do what's best for the franchise. So if there's an opportunity to go up, move back, stay, whether it's in the first round, third round, fifth round, that's what we'll do. We can still have Zooms with players for, up until Wednesday. So, I think teams are still getting to know some of these prospects or any loose ends that they need to tie up before the draft. So I think teams, again, those conversations will happen over the next, I would say, 48 to 72 hours, those will start happening. You'll get a feel for, who's open to moving and who's not. Rising is a thing. Like that can happen, again, just not specifically quarterback only, but we were having a conversation about a player yesterday that we had some concerns with throughout the fall, but every step along the way, they've answered the bell and continued to improve, whether it was an all-star game, combine, pro day, visit here, private workout, continue to answer the bell. So I do think the more you're around these players and you get comfortable with how they're wired and what they're about, like I do think you can give them, the push up. I think the film is one thing, but also evaluating who they are as people and how they'll fit into your culture and your franchise is equally important. So again, that's across all positions. I do think it's a deep receiver draft. I do think there are, again, they come in different shapes and sizes and speeds. But I do think it's a deep, wide receiver draft from top to bottom, depending on what you're looking for. So, some added value with guys, the new kickoff rules, and the guys that can also do returns. I think there's an added element there too, and there's some receivers that can wear multiple hats, not just as a receiver, but also as a returner. Especially the way we're constructed now. Jalen Hyatt can take the top off. Wandell working in the slot. I think you could really see what he was able to do late in the season when he was finally healthy. And Darius Slayton's been uber consistent. During his time. And then again, if you add another wide receiver there, whether it's in the top 10 or later in the draft, because of the depth of the class, I do think it gives you options, and it's going to help. The offense in general, we have to score more. At the end of the day, we need to score more points. And adding if it's a number one receiver or whatever you want to call it, just a better receiving weapon is going to help everybody.
Where are you with Darren Waller right now?
Yeah, we're giving Darren his space. We've had conversations with Drew Rosenhaus, his agent, and he's kept us in the loop on Darren. So we're giving him space. Hopefully he's going to make a decision here in the short term. But, we're giving him time and his space to make a decision on what he wants to do.
How open are you to, adjusting or extending his contract?
Yeah, we haven't had conversations about any type of extension.
Is Evan progressing?
Evan's progressing well. Saw him on, I guess it would be Monday. We had a team meeting, and looks good and good spirits, and he's progressing well.
He hasn't had any setbacks since we last talked to you?
No. You let your board talk to you, go through all these conversations, and again, we're going to do what's best for the franchise, and all of our meetings and all of our preparation, and when we set the board is all what's best for the New York Giants. So I'm confident we're going to get a good player next Thursday, whatever position that is. And we'll sleep good at night knowing we did all the preparation, and we let the board talk to us.